I'm going to talk with you all about the current trends in J fashion right now, and a little bit about myself, even if you may know me. I am Alexia of Ghost Grow Goods. I don't have any. Yes, you do. I'll grab them. Okay. So I'm Alexia of Ghost Grow Goods. Ghost Grow Goods is the Toronto-based cool and kawaii clothing brand. We're also the Kawaii ambassadors for Canada and J fashion community, and we are officially partnered with 6% Doki Doki, Noise, and Hypercore to sell their products here in Canada, as well as have done some collaborations with them too. I see lovely Ali here. We actually did this panel at Anime North, and it was a big success. So I'm sorry you're not here with me right now.
I'm happy to show today.
Awesome, awesome. So, I've compiled a bunch of different Canadian J fashion communities and events. I was actually just in Edmonton, so I just added a couple of West Coast communities. So we have here the Southern Ontario Lolita community, which maybe some of you are already a part of. There's also an Edmonton Lolita fashion community and a Vancouver Lolita community. They both have Facebook pages. The Montreal Harajuku Walk is an event that happens every summer in Montreal, and they invite all those who love any type of Harajuku fashion, whether it's Lolita, Jirai, like Kawaii, colorful decor, anything. Salon de Tea and Kimono is also a group that focuses on kimono culture here in Toronto. We have a YouTuber called Lovely Lore here in Toronto also, and she has done many different types of videos. A great person to watch on YouTube if you're just getting into Lolita fashion, or even us seasoned veterans who want to keep up with her shenanigans.
Wait, sorry.
Yes.
Did you say Lovely Lore is from here?
Oh yes, she lives here now.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, she lives here in Toronto now.
Wow.
She used to live in the US, but then she moved to Canada a couple years back.
Wow.
Yeah. She's working at Halloween Haunt this weekend because her alter ego is a clown.
That's awesome.
So we have, just as we have with the other panels, we have a couple beautiful things to raffle off at the end of this. So everybody in this panel will get a ticket. Okay?
Okay.
If you have a chance to pass these out, otherwise I will be back in a few minutes and I will try to do it slightly more subtly.
Okay, maybe we'll do the tickets after I'm done talking, and then that'll be less chaotic. So yeah, then there is also a Lolita community in a place called Kelowna. Okay. See, is that where you guys are from?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have other friends who live there.
Oh, okay. So I found out that there's actually a lot more Lolita communities than there are. Oh, welcome. Come on in. Don't worry. Don't be shy. I found out there's a lot more Lolita fashion communities than there are general J fashion communities. I guess just because Lolita has been a little more accessible earlier on in time as opposed to general J fashion. And of course, here we are at Kei-con.
Yay.
Can I get a whoop whoop? Whoop. Blessed. So, why do people like fashion? Fashion is an aid for many things. It helps to build confidence, helps to express yourself, helps you join a local community and make new friends, and you can also connect with others with similarities. So then we have something like Manhattan fashion, which is focused on mental health awareness. And a designer like Fluffies is a great designer doing things for the Manhattan style. Some of these photos, actually, these two photos are from Dear Lolita, which was a Lolita event that happened in 2019. And then that is the New Generation Kawaii tour from 2019 also. So let's get right into the trending styles in Harajuku 2023. We have Jirai, Neo Decora, and Tenshi Kawaii. My personal favorite is Tenshi Kawaii, but I will go over each look for you. First, we have Jirai. Jirai means landmine type. So this very cute sub-style of J fashion is actually a little bit derogatory because it kind of comes from the term where someone would say that these girls look very cute, but they're very problematic. So they will explode like a landmine, because you never know where it's planted in the ground.
Oh my god.
So essentially this style involves a lot of dusty rose, black, white, girls who like Kuromi and My Melody, and it's styles from brands like, I guess Liz Lisa may have made styles before, but brands like Ink Rouge and Secret Honey definitely follow these styles right now. We also have neo-decora, which is decora fashion that is kind of either centered around a character like Goku, or kind of follows one color scheme, kind of like these lovely people here, mostly wearing pink, but it's kind of like a new birth of decora fashion, because decora has been around for so many years, but just this year specifically, neo-decora has kind of come to fruition, which is the rebirth of decora using bright colors, monochromatic, like one tone of color, or character-based decora looks.
I love that Goku one.
Right?
That's so cool.
And you know, I saw more. I think it was Super Mario, and it looked so cute.
I saw 2 of McDonald's.
Yeah, oh my god, the McDonald's one.
So cute.
So
So
first thing I think of.
it's really like decora is such a great style if you want to be like peak creativity, because you can do absolutely anything. You can literally put a kitchen sink on your head and it's probably going to be decora in some way. You can make it decora. The more hair accessories you got on, the higher your level is.
Wow.
So you definitely don't want to challenge someone who is doing Dragon Ball Z, and if they have over 9,000 hair accessories on their hair. And then we have Tenshi Kawaii, which is a translation, Angel Neighborhood. So this was a really cool style that came up this year, and it kind of mixes cyber and kind of like a branch off of Jiraike, but more angelic and cyber and angel. So lots of white and light blue, not as much black, but they still also use black in some of their designs. I found that I think AC/DC Rag and Listen Flavor may have been the first to bring up these styles and kind of make it grow bigger, but I know there's a bunch of different brands that did garments that looked really cool, like a lot of big oversized jackets, as you can see most of the gals here are wearing, and then the sailor collars, like little aprons, so really super cute. This is my favorite style of the year, but that's just me. And I also included some miscellaneous styles because I found that when guys come to watch this panel, they often ask me after, or like even when Ali and I were doing it at Anime North, there were lots of guys who were asking person number 2 of Ghost Row Goods, who is Tyler, he's not here. But they're like, oh, what about the guy styles? What about the guys? Or like the masculine presenting folks out there? Well, I'm here to tell you, there are styles for those people. Lately, techwear has been very, very popular. So I had to include that in here. Essentially, when I look at Tokyo street snaps, you find a lot of guys who are wearing like colorful, but then also still lots of punk. And then we also have Oji, which is the male equivalent, masculine equivalent of Lolita fashion. Our lovely in-house Laurie, who is Pretty Night Laurie somewhere out there, is wearing Oji, usually wears Oji. They are a great person to go to if you want to learn more about Oji fashion. And then I've noticed a lot of layered, very structured looks have been in style this year, using like t-shirts with collared blouses underneath. So, and then the guy version of Gyaru, which I don't see see as many people wearing anymore, but there are a few people that I follow in the US who are still rocking it, and I commend them because they must keep the, I don't remember what the guy version is called, the
Gyaro.
Gyaro, okay.
That was gonna be Gyro.
Gyro. Let's call it Gyro for today.
Also, if it's slightly more colorful, it's Sendagai.
Ah, okay.
Basically, Sendagai is the boy version of Yamanga.
Okay. All right, everyone. We've got an in-house information other than me. All right. So the best way to try and find new styles, things that are kind of coming up, is following hashtags on Instagram and Twitter, not X. It's always going to be Twitter. Yes. You can always follow hashtags because people are posting content every single day, and you might be inspired by them, the way people put things together. There was a lovely little lass I chatted with today. It's her first time coming to an event. She actually just moved here from Colombia. And the one thing I told her is that you can look at everyone at this entire event, and everyone will be wearing things in the same genre, but everyone adds their own flavor to it. So, much like looking at photos online for inspiration, you can definitely copy, mimic something that you might see online, but it'll always have your own personal touch to it. Now, Shein, wrongly. Oh, let's all get a boo. So, yes, they do offer, affordable things, but they also copy people. Gasp. They've copied Cybergirl. They've copied other brands like Mars, Honey Cinnamon, Hypercore, and they even copied Ghost Girl Goods. No! But it's okay. They just made bed sheets, so it's fine. I actually, when Cybergirl went and made a post about how she found a replica t-shirt, I went on Shein and I searched ghosts, Ghost Girl Goods, cute ghosts, kawaii ghosts, and I didn't find much. But then I saw the bed sheets and I'm like, shucks, I was so close. But it's okay. As long as they stay bed sheets, I'm fine with someone sleeping on the ghosts. Alright, I know there's not that many pictures here. But some kinds of tips for creating your own personal style. This QR code leads to a website that has a description for almost every single J-fashion sub-style that you might be interested in. And people have many different reasons for wearing things that they want to wear. So, first of all, you can think about the silhouettes of the garment and the fitment. If you really like things that are baggy, like me, I love wearing things that are a little bit oversized. Then some people might want to accentuate certain parts of their body. So maybe they have a tighter fitting top, but then flowy bottom. Or maybe they have a tighter fitting bottom, but a flowy top. You can also think about colors, themes, and logos that you like and try creating your own personal formula. So for me, for example, I have a formula of how I personally like to style my outfits. For me, my head, my waist, and my feet must be the same color. Then my body, my top and bottom can be different colors depending. But I always try to incorporate each color I'm wearing in every single part of my body. So when you kind of think about what you like to wear, you can kind of keep that in mind because maybe you also want to, let's say if you wear all black, then you can think about something that accents your outfit. So maybe a hair clip, maybe a belt, maybe a watch, or maybe your socks. So, and of course there's the purpose for wearing certain items. So let's say you spend a lot of money on your most favorite Lolita dress. So obviously, you want to wear that. You want to show it off. It's your coveted dream dress, your lifelong waited piece. So you want to show that off. And you definitely want to wear it more than once because, you love it so much. Don't be like me when I was a cosplayer, and I needed one cosplay for each day of the 7 conventions I went to every single year. So we don't want to do the math on how many cosplays I made, but it was a lot. So you don't need 3 dresses for 3 days of your convention. You can wear your dress multiple times, and you'll still love it the same amount. And then you can resell it to lovely folks at your local events or on Lace Market. And last but certainly not least, wear items the way you want to wear them. Don't worry about rules. You make your own rules. You create your own style. Don't worry about people who may follow rules. That's their choice, and that's okay. They can do that. But if you want to wear something, you want to wear Lolita with sneakers, you go. You wear Lolita with sneakers. I've done it. It's comfortable. So, I just have this example for kind of comparing. I mean, this was more for people who weren't really into J fashion that may have been coming to our event. But I kind of use this as an example of I purchased an angelic pretty dress versus I purchased a custom-made dress from Kei-con. And they'll both be probably around the same price. The angelic pretty dress will not include any accessories, but my Kei-con dress included the matching hair bow. Sometimes when you buy brand items, you might not be able to purchase all the matching pieces, which kind of is a pain in the butt because you really wanted that dress, but then you just missed out on those matching cute accessories or the bag. So supporting indie designers is great because you can get anything you want that they're able to make, and you'll probably get it all in one go. And you don't have to worry about the inflation of people thinking that the price is going to get higher and wanting to sell their socks for $100 when it should only be $50. And some examples that I included on the side here is just searching for the shops that sell the style you like. That can also help when you're trying to figure out what you want to wear. You can compare the differences, like I just mentioned, between brands, and you can already mix and match items that you already have, which is great. Because when you own, one Lolita cutso, you can wear that cutso with many different JSTs. So, quality and J fashion. Me personally, AC/DC rag is on the lower end, or one of the lowest ends of quality for J fashion. However, they keep up to date with almost every in-style trend that is more on the kawaii, colorful side. So, so I was like, what? This didn't make sense, does it? So the lower production and fabric quality of the garments, just due to the fact that they're kind of the fast fashion of J fashion. But, as I said, you can find items matching the most current trends in a variety of styles, and I think just recently, either this year or last year, they opened their shop for international purchases. Some of the designs look like copies or replicas of other brands, so actually I compare AC/DC Rag and Listen Flavor a lot because I feel like Listen Flavor comes out with a lot of designs first, but then you see a lot of AC/DC Rag looking very similar. Even this shirt, for example, there used to be a shop in Harajuku that closed during COVID, rest in peace, called Drug Honey. They did a lot of like gothic and really punky, cool, dark fashion styles, and they created this kind of like top with their print on it, but AC/DC Rag actually made their print look really similar, but they just changed it a bit, so I felt really like icky about that. But still a great resource for people who want to purchase on a budget.
They're also doing plus size now.
You are very correct. They are indeed doing plus size now. I don't remember when exactly they started that. I think it may have been earlier this year, or like last year or something.
They just started. They just asked probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago for suggestions. And they just posted some model shoots like this weekend.
Oh, because I thought they did some plus size stuff. Maybe it was one collection that they offered plus sizing
Maybe.
for.
I know that they were asking particularly about their range and like what people would like.
I see. Maybe that was like they're kind of like testing the waters.
Right now it's the Game Over collection.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Giant pockets.
Yeah, with the ones that look like the Game Boys.
Yeah, yes.
Listen Flavor, the other brand I was just talking about. So they're in a middle or high price range. Their quality is a lot better than ACDC Red. They're actually also a leader in certain trends, and they offer mainly casual styles. But the only problem with theirs is they don't have as many inclusive sizes. So they still kind of cater to the Japanese audience. Unfortunately, their only physical location closed during COVID, but they offer their products in other stores, like department stores, and also online. But if I'm not mistaken, they do not offer international purchases. You can only purchase them through a third party, like a shopping service. And they also do a lot of collaborations. They did collaborations with Vocaloids. Just recently, they did Hatsune Miku and Rin and Len. They've also done Emily the Strange, and I think they did something with Danganronpa. That's what it was. That was like quite some time ago. And we also have Secret Honey. Secret Honey is a very cute and girly store. They always have shopkeepers at the front. They're like, "Irashaimase, irashaimase," when you enter the store. And the quality of their garments is very high, very well made.
Was it Secret Honey?
Yes.
I love that.
Me too. They actually did a lot of collaborations with Disney, so you can go into their stores and get a lot of like Disney-inspired dresses, costumes, coats, outerwear. Sorry. You can also purchase their things internationally using things like Rakuten, and they're also not very size inclusive, so a lot of their items only come in medium or large, which is their equivalent to small or medium. So, some useful resources. Ghost Girl Goods, obviously a useful resource, but for what you might say? Well, we do a lot of blog entries. Blog entries doing interviews with designers, my travels to Japan or other conventions, events that we're going to be doing, events that we're going to be part of. Spooky Sparkle Party is our local provider for plus size friendly J fashion, mostly for Lolita fashion, but they also offer some comfy casual garments. Moshi Moshi Nippon, they used to have a physical location in Harajuku, but they closed it down, and essentially they were keeping up with news updates from Harajuku and Kawaii pop culture, so like concerts and new pop-up cafes that might be opening. As I mentioned, Lovely Lore on YouTube is the great content for beginner Lolitas, people entering Lolita fashion, interested in Lolita fashion, learning about Lolita fashion, and clowns. Cybergirl has also been doing a lot of J fashion content with interviews with influencers right from Japan, so other designers, models, people that have also been in the Harajuku fashion scene for some time. And then Tokyo fashion is probably the #1 place to find street snacks right from Tokyo. Like Harajuku, Shibuya, but mainly the streets of Harajuku. Kera does not exist anymore. Kera was one of the best.
Hey, it exists in our hearts.
It does exist in our hearts. And their website still exists. They just don't have any
Go to
public.
shop.
They've archived a lot of their stuff, so you can still go back and look through photos. This was also for the people who didn't really know much about J fashion, but like you know, the hype stuff. Hypebeast is a great place to keep up with current trends in, like, I guess North America and Japan. This is a lot of good resources for streetwear. And Ghost Grow Goods number 2, who is not here, Kyler, he really loves Initial D. And anyone who likes kind of like those like newer animes, like people who are just into like Naruto, Bleach, you know, the Netflix series, and any brands that are doing collaborations with those, it's going to be on Hypebeast. So I also think G-Shock did a collaboration with Initial D to make a really nice watch, and they had it announced on Hypebeast. When I was in Edmonton, I wanted to give a shout out to this little store that I discovered in Calgary. It's called Million Vey, and they are a little J fashion shop that carefully coordinates their stock, and they get products from Japan. Like they have some Lolita items and other J fashion brands. And then of course, I'm assuming many of you already know of Lace Market, but Lace Market is the place to purchase secondhand, sell your Lolita fashion garments. It's mainly used for Lolita fashion garments, not so much general J fashion garments. Zen Market is a place that I've used for third-party shopping service. Their fees are quite low, and I'm able to purchase things from some brands I like Hypercore doesn't do international shipping, but I can use Zen Market to purchase from them. You can purchase actually anything from Zen Market. I even purchased Tokyo Banana from Zen Market. Do you guys know what Tokyo Banana is? No. For anyone who doesn't know, Tokyo Banana is a cake with, looks like a little banana and has banana cream inside.
You can eat it?
Yeah, you eat it.
It's a pastry?
It's a pastry, yeah. So, it's like a typical like treat you would bring back home to your family. It's like what tourists like to buy. So I missed it so much during these past few years, so I ended up buying a box from there. And then lastly, StockX. So for anyone who likes sneakers, this is the equivalent of Lace Market for streetwear hype stuff. So think of Lace Market, but for the hype people, essentially. You buy that Lolita dress that you know people really like and you're going to upsell it for $500. You buy those running shoes for $300 and you upsell them for $1,000. Sometimes you can find good deals though. And recently, I don't know if any of you guys remember Von Dutch. That's a really old brand from like the 2000s, and they were like popular for their like hats. Essentially, I watched the documentary. It was really interesting, and they made this quote, and I thought it was quite interesting. But it says, "Nothing is original. Everything is in the subconscious. We just tap into it sometimes and think we have originated something. Genes make us more or less interested in certain things, but nothing is truly original. Copyrights and patents are mostly ego trip." So this actual guy, Von Dutch, he was not a good person. He was actually a very bad person. But if you guys are interested in a informative and interesting documentary, I highly recommend watching the Von Dutch. I think it was called Who Killed Von Dutch? But very interesting. I thought this quote was funny because if you truly think about it, fashion itself, someone invented a t-shirt, but at this point in time, no one really knows. So when people like me who are creating garments, garment designs, trying to think of things that are innovative, maybe someone across the world already came up with it, and it's like, well, I tried. You always want to hope that you're not copying someone. And in your own truth, you don't want to copy anyone. But in the end, we're all creating things from the same cloud.
Yeah. What do you think about egg magazine? I think
egg.
Yeah, egg, yeah.
Egg is more for like gyaru.
Yeah.
And they also
Are
have
they still printing though?
they have one called Ageho.
Yeah.
It's also like a sister magazine.
Yeah.
So that one, I bought one. Sorry. The last time I went to Japan was in 2020, but I was there for a short time. But in 2019 I went and I actually purchased the Ageho magazine. So maybe they're still apparent.
Okay.
I will find out when I go next month.
Yeah.
There used to be a men's egg as well, but
Yes.
they ended.
Yeah.
I think they have a TikTok now because I just stopped.
Ooh!
Yes.
Yeah, one of the I think Egg has an Instagram that they're really active
They
on.
have a TikTok too that they're pretty active.
Yeah.
They send songs every time, but it's funny. It's cute.
So, see, I think also too, like, you know, you might have this situation where the magazines aren't being printed anymore, but they're turning to social media to bring out their production.
Yeah.
Is this spelled like EGG?
Yeah, like an actual little egg. It might be called like Egg Japan or Egg Tokyo or Egg Shibuya, something. Yes.
I just wanted to say that your guys' slide, I appreciate that. Sorry, you're from a magazine, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that you recognize that it like originated with Larm.
Yes. So Larm magazine was maybe it's still in print, but again, I'm not.
It is.
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
They just had their 10th anniversary, I believe.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So they were a magazine that started, and they were doing more styles. I think they started with like more morike or like cult.
It was very like Nymphet inspired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and more just about like current fashion trends. So
Okay.
Larm was never like a sub-style itself, so much as just like what was popular.
Yeah.
It's very like dreamy.
I see.
Just to like add on to that, because I collect, I have an edge magazine too. They're still in print right now. Because I don't know what it's called, Reiwa,
the
there's
Reiwa
a new
era?
like, era of that coming, and so it's like repopularized, and they are producing magazines now.
Okay, so Egg apparently is still in production. So any gyaru lovers can still find Egg magazine. I feel like we're having a really good discussion. I'm really liking all of our questions and energy right now. We have a few more minutes. Does anyone have anything that they want to add or discuss or
I will
yes?
mention that the Hostel Club, they actually have magazines for not just hostel styles, but even different versions. Like there's one called Men's Spider, which is more for a rock and roll kind. Then there's Men's Galaxy, which is much more suit oriented and whatnot. There's a surprising number of men's fashion magazines that are as focused as women. It's not just what women are wearing, but like very specific focused men's fashion style.
And these magazines are still in print?
Some of the men's ones are, some of them not so much.
Okay.
Also because in the case of hostess style, it evolves constantly because the hosts have to keep up with whatever gets the customers in.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. That's a good point. I never actually knew about that. Anyone else?
On the topic of magazines,
Yeah.
where do most people get their magazines? Online, at local stores in Japan?
So, me personally, I purchase my Japanese magazines from CD Japan. I don't know if anyone else, but I find that they're always like the most current magazines, and they'll also offer like, you know, next month's issue, and you can pre-order it. And then I also, I purchase them directly in Japan when I travel, but I think CD Japan is probably the best place to look.
If you want vintage J fashion magazines as well, you can get older copies on eBay.
Oh, yeah. And maybe, so Zen Market, you can connect Zen Market with Yahoo Auctions, Yahoo Japan. They also have their own like Zen Market and like Rakuten and stuff. So you can also possibly find magazines and other like J fashion, maybe sellers from Zen Market, and you can be able to purchase or include like yourself in an auction. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. One last question, and then we can wrap up. Anyone have a question burning? Are we all good? Did you all enjoy this? Thank you so much for participating. And I'm glad we were all able to have like some talk and discussion together. So thank you so much.